There are some very cool car trends out there. Some are just so awesome, and others, they just need to go away. And if you want to see which ones I think need to go away forever, stay right with us. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren Fix, and this is Car Coach Reports 4-Minute Friday. Here's what's going on in your automotive world. This week's episode is brought to you by wheelwish.com. Save money, save time, and do it all online. Ooh, that rhymes. That's pretty good. Check out wheelwish.com. Let's put 4 minutes on the clock. There are some very cool car trends out there right now. Some of them we really love, and they make our lives better, safer, more comfortable, better audio systems, cooler looking cars, some sci-fi looking cars like the Hyundai Kona and the Kia Soul, really cool looking cars. And then even some vehicles like the Corvette. The new Corvette is spectacular looking. It's amazing what manufacturers are coming up with. However, some of these things are so irritating, and you'll hear me complaining about them in my car reviews, which you can check out right over there. Some of these things I complain about in my car reviews. Many of them you've heard about, like lumbar not on the passenger side, that needs to be added, things like that. But what about the things that they've come up with these great creative ideas that need to go away? Here's a list of the ones that I know you're going to have some input on. Fake hood scoops. Stop putting fake hood scoops on cars, or fake vents so it looks like you're ventilating an engine like it's a Maserati or it's a Ferrari or a Ford GT. Listen, it's not. It's a daily driver and may look cool at the moment, but all it does is collect wax and dirt and grime. And so I think that is just a useless thing to do. There are other ways to make your vehicles look cool. Ditch the fake hood scoop. You know, I am a big fan of really cool technology, and everyone knows that I love 3 pedals and manual transmissions, but some of these new automatic transmissions are no longer the Prindle, park, reverse, neutral, drive low. They've gone to these unique things like a dial. Okay, I can deal with the dial, but what I don't like is those joystick transmission shifters. You see them on BMWs, you're seeing them on all these other brands too. Cadillac has it. It's like you don't even know when it's in park, and then you think it's in park and the car wants to roll. That should never be the situation. Stop being so crafty. If you want to do push buttons or dials, that's fine too, but please, no more shift on the column. This is not 1950. One of the things that drives me absolutely bonkers are these fake head-up display. You see the little piece of plastic, Mini Cooper has it, Mazda used to have it. It's a piece of plastic that pops up or is permanently there. Listen, either it's real head-up display and it reflects on the windshield, or don't bother doing it. And beyond that, is it head-up display or is it heads-up display? We have a lot of disputes about that. We all have one head, but it is heads up to me. What do you think? One thing that drives many of us nuts, we are so intuitive, we're so used to using our phones or our tablets, we're used to touching the screens. But when you have an interface, you cannot touch the screen and you have to use the dial. I think it's frustrating to consumers. Don't use a no-touch interface. Either we touch it or don't have it, because the fact is we're all so used to using that we want to touch the screen and it doesn't work. And then it just becomes frustrating. So if you're going to have a screen, which every vehicle does, make it a touch screen and the optional dial for those people that wish to use it. There are times you can use both, but there's nothing more frustrating than it not functioning the way you expect. The first thing I do when I get into any test vehicle is I look to shut off that start-stop auto system. And they do it for fuel economy, I get it. But it's really frustrating when you sit at a traffic light and the engine just goes whoom. And then the air conditioning will kick on and the car will start and then it won't. Listen, it's either running or it's not running. This auto start stop has got to go. I get it, some of them are really clean and you don't feel the difference, but most of them are frustrating. And if it can't shut off on your vehicle, to me, that's a reason not to buy your car. I want to make the choice, it's my vehicle, not the manufacturer. Some manufacturers don't know when too much is too much. They have these gargantuan grills on the front of their vehicles. You see it on a lot of them. It's so huge. You don't need that much air to cool down your motor. Drives me crazy. And gigantic logos, so just in case you forget what you're driving. But going conversely, there's nothing worse than looking at a vehicle that doesn't have a grill at all. Now, I understand that a lot of EVs don't because they don't need it. Electric vehicles don't have engines, so they don't need the cooling. But please, don't make your vehicle look like a Harry Potter Dementor. Yeah, that's what they look like, totally faceless. Could you imagine that? No eyes. Eyes are the headlights, the grille is the smile. You'll notice that every car on the road, now that I've pointed out to you, has a smile, because that is what the culture is all about. The Japanese brought that to us and we followed it all along. please don't put out vehicles that are faceless dementors. Try to remember, big is not necessarily bigger. There's a happy medium somewhere. I hope one of the manufacturers and designers are listening to this. So we all think it's really cool to have 2 exhaust pipes on each side or 4 exhaust pipes. It looks really awesome. But there's nothing worse than a car that looks really cool and one exhaust pipe doesn't work because it's fake. So fake exhaust tips are like a no-go. And I'm not really a big fan of the fake exhaust noise in the car. Either make it real and make the engine sound like it's got some throat or some chutzpah. You can fill in the blank other words I was thinking. But the fact is, let's not do fake tailpipes. Who are you trying to kid? Because as the car gets older, one tailpipe gets dark because of the heat and the other one still remains shiny. And then it just looks plain stupid. So if you're gonna have a fake exhaust pipe, just forget about it. And I love the people that have exhaust pipes that actually have a side exhaust or it's just not, it points downward. Seriously, who are you trying to kid? We're not stupid. We know what a tailpipe looks like. So if you're gonna have one, make it real or don't bother putting on the fake one. As technology changes, we're gonna see a lot of really cool things. We're gonna see a lot of dumb shit too. So if you see some dumb features, hey, put it out on social media. Let people know. Manufacturers are watching, they're listening, and they want to know what you want. And if you don't give them any feedback, they're just going to produce whatever they think sounds good by some focus group that seems to think they know better than we do. Listen, we have driven everything, and you can see all those videos here, and we love your feedback, and all that is down below. The key is, if you don't speak up, no one's going to know. And we look forward to seeing your comments. Thank you for your likes and shares, and we'll see you next week.